Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our virtual college fair for the Mount Diablo School District. Just a few housekeeping reminders before we get started with our session. Your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists and our college reps cannot see or hear you. But if you do want to ask any questions, feel free to use the Q&A function on your screen to ask any questions if anything comes up throughout the session this evening. There is other sessions happening after this one, so feel free to sign up for more on the website. And this session is being recorded. So this recording will be available online at stryscan.com/MDUSD. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our first institution, and that will be San Francisco State University.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Miguel Rios, and I am the representative for San Francisco State University. So right now, my PowerPoint should be on display. So yeah, with this quick time frame, let's go ahead and get started. So one of the great things that really makes San Francisco State stand out is really that they were the first university to have a College of Ethnic Studies. And that is something that we are extremely proud of because it became a thing because of our students. Our students are known for their activism. And so our students really wanted our university to have dedicated professors and faculty within a college specifically for ethnic studies. And so now we do have a College of Ethnic Studies. Many other universities have started following suit, but we are proud to say we are the first. You do not have to major in a department within the College of Ethnic Studies to take those classes or even minor in them. Those classes are available to all students within San Francisco State. And then also we do have, our film major is constantly being ranked in one of our top 25 film schools. And because of that, a lot of our students do end up being very creative and they have gone and won many awards like Oscars, Emmys, Grammys, Tonys. All of those are alumni here at SF State. Our business program has also been consistently ranked within the top 10%. So if you're interested in general business, accounting, decision sciences, entrepreneurship, marketing, our students in those programs get to work here on the SF State campus, but also in our downtown SF State campus. So you'll be near Financial District to really get that real hands-on practice while you're still a student at SF State. So that is something that is kind of one of the benefits of being a student at SF State, is that we are in the actual city of San Francisco. So it's pretty easy and manageable to be getting from downtown SF to our campus. And so speaking of majors, we do have quite a few majors here at SF State. Some of our most popular majors do include business administration, engineering, psychology, biology, and English, among others. But we also have a couple impacted majors. So something I do want to highlight is that San Francisco State is not an impacted campus, but we do have impacted programs. So our impacted programs are accounting, kinesiology, nursing, psychology, social work, as well as pre-nursing. So what exactly does impacted means? It simply means that there's more applicants than space available in those specific programs, which means you're going to want to be a little bit more competitive when you apply to SF State into those specific majors. Maybe have a higher GPA, maybe have taken some extra courses, anything to really make you stand out. It also means that some of these majors may have a supplemental application. As of right now, only nursing and social work have that supplemental application. All those other impacted majors that you see, having a competitive GPA can really help you get into that. But like I said, we are not an impacted campus, so not all of our majors are impacted, just a few. And if you're interested in one of those impacted majors, just know that it'll be a little extra competitive to get into them. As far as student life goes, we do have over 200 student organizations here, and they all range from academic ones, social ones based on your interests or hobbies. And so we really do encourage students to get as involved as they can, whether it's to kind of be social, or maybe it'll help you career-wise. For whatever reason you want to join, please join and get involved. There, like I mentioned, there's all types of student organizations, from anime club to the computing club, anything like that. We also have Greek organizations. So if you've heard of fraternities, sororities, we do have those. We have about 29 Greek organizations. So if you're interested in doing that, that life does exist at SF State. But if you're not interested, totally okay. Like I said, there are other ways for you to get involved as well. As far as sports go, we are in Division II. So although we aren't as highlighted as much on television, we still compete at a national level. So if you're interested in participating in NCAA sports, we do provide that for you. If you want to play sports on campus, but not necessarily at the NCAA level, there are other ways that you can get involved with sports. We do have sport clubs, and we also have intramural sports. So those sports tend to be a little bit more on your time. Their requirements aren't as strict as NCAA. So there are still other ways for you athletes out there who maybe don't want to commit to NCAA. As far as housing goes, housing is available on first come, first served basis. And so I really want to highlight this because I know housing really is something that students want to have. So if you're interested in living on campus, you want to make sure that you get that housing application in as soon as possible. It typically opens in March, and there are different types of housing arrangements. So there are apartments, there are dorms, and we don't restrict first-time freshmen to just the dorms. First-time freshmen can also live in one of the on-campus apartments or suites. And I know my time is almost up, so I just want to go quickly over these first-time freshman requirements since I know most of the Cal States share them. I do want to point out that because we are not an impacted campus, we do have a minimum GPA of a 2.5, but if your GPA falls between a 2.0 and a 2.5, we will take into consideration some extra factors, like maybe if you're a first-generation student or if you come from low income family background, your military status, and all of that will be applied to your application. So I will leave it at that. And I will also leave my email address on the chat for you all to feel free to email me with any questions you may have after today's presentation. And I'm more than happy to help you out with any other questions or if you want to learn more about SF State.
Next up, we have San Jose State University.
All right, everyone. My name is Axel Garcia. I'm from San Jose State University. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Just to start ourselves off, we distinguish ourselves as being the #1 most transformative university. We're very, very proud of that distinction. Moving forward. My name is Axel Garcia, admissions counselor, again, for San Jose State University. Just a little bit about myself really quickly. I'm an East Bay native, and I'm a huge fan of soccer. So I collect soccer jerseys. I have over 400 soccer jerseys spanning from all the different countries worldwide. Just to start ourselves off about San Jose State, I do want to play you a quick video. And that's us. That's San Jose. Moving forward, go away. We are part of the CSU system, so we are actually the nation's largest four-year public ed university. We educate the most ethically, economically, and academically diverse student body in the nation. We're very, very proud of that. We really focus on hands-on learning, which is student-centered, and we prepare students for current and future workforce demands. Particularly for the CSU system, half of the students' bachelor's degrees are awarded by the CSU, and then 1/3 of undergraduates are first in their family to attend college. Around 1 in 10 employees is a CSU graduate, and then currently we have 3.8 million living alumni within the 23 CSUs. Specifically for San Jose State University, we have 33,027 student enrollment. We have 29 to 32 is the average class size for San Jose State University. Overall, as a whole, we have 6,813 bachelor's degrees awarded and 2,798 master's degrees awarded. We are Division I. We are in the Mountain Western Division. We are very, very proud of our athletic teams here at San Jose State University. We go all out when it comes to the game. So if you're ever in the area, check out if there's a game going on, and you can see just how prideful we are, specifically for Spartans. Some of our top majors here at San Jose State University are definitely engineering, aviation, which is one of the most interesting majors that we have here. In addition to that, computer science. Those are the top majors here specifically for San Jose State University. Overall, we offer 134 bachelor's and master's degrees with 110 concentrations. Just a few of our major recognitions. We are ranked 4th best college for engineering majors in the nation, 6th for business majors in the nation, and then 8th for animation in California. Our aviation program is ranked 4th in the nation, and our journalism is also ranked 8th best college for journalism in California. Here are a few of our admissions requirements. We take the minimum A through G course of a C- or better, so please make sure that you're looking through and taking your A through G courses. You must have a 2.5 GPA or higher. However, the higher GPA, the more competitive you are for San Jose State University. For the fall 2022, we will not require SAT or ACT test scores, nor will we require letters of recommendation or personal statements. We are part of the CSU Cal State Apply, so it isn't a $70 application fee. However, you can see if you're eligible for a fee waiver. If you do qualify for a fee waiver, you can apply to up to 4 CSUs for free. After 4, you would have to pay a $70 application fee. Specifically for San Jose State University, our application opens up on October 1st and it closes on November 30th, 2021. So we will only be open starting October 1st and officially close on November 30th. So after November 30th, you cannot apply to San Jose State University. And again, if you have any other questions or concerns, here are, you can scan this little QR code and it'll show you the steps to admissions, and then we'll pop some helpful link and information down in the chat below. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Next up, we have CSU East Bay.
Hey everyone, I'm Jamie Robbins and I'm one of the pre-enrollment counselors over at Cal State East Bay. So here is my contact information. I do work with your guys' school district. So if you ever had any questions, I would be the person that you would want to talk to. So go ahead and screenshot my email and I'll also share it with you in the chat when I get done here. So just a little bit of information about our campus. Most of you guys might already know our location. We are in the city of Hayward. That is our main campus. We also have a satellite campus in Concord, as well as a professional development center in Oakland. So just really quick about our Concord location, that is for upper division transfer students only. So I know a lot of you might live right near that campus, but it's essentially a campus for our students who are transferring out of LMC or DVC. So it only offers upper division coursework. So all first year freshmen would have to report to our Hayward campus. And our Hayward campus is where all of our dorms are and everything like that. So we are considered a medium-sized campus. Our student population is just under 16,000. I think this past year it was around 15,800. Our average class size is going to be 32. You guys are familiar with the area. So like right in our backyard, we're very close, located to Oakland, San Francisco. A lot of our students, they take our shuttle from our campus down to Hayward BART station, go over to San Francisco for a Giants game. So lots to do in my area, just like I'm sure my colleagues from San Francisco State and San Jose State. So we are just going to be a smaller class size and campus than those other two campuses. So we are a medium-sized school. We are also a Hispanic serving institution, an Asian American, Native American, and Pacific Islander serving institution. So we offer a lot of unique equity and success programs, and 61% of our student population is first-generation college students. Just some more highlights and opportunities about East Bay. We are known for having one of the largest nursing programs in the state of California. So we accept 128 students annually. So we do a fall and a spring admission cycle. So our nursing program is found at both Hayward and Concord locations. We are well known for our biology department. We have 5 majors under our biological science department. So we offer a lot of student and faculty research opportunities. Our athletics are Division II. We're also known for our award-winning business program. We have 9 majors in business administration, 6 of which can be completed online. So we're recognized usually each year on a national level for our business program. We also are known for teaching, our teaching program. We produce a lot of the teachers in and around the Bay Area, so our credential program is very popular. We also offer excellent internship opportunities for our students. A lot of students get jobs on campus while they're with us. Something else I want to point out is that we do not require first-year freshmen to live on campus. So for those of you interested in maybe commuting, or if you do want to live in the dorms, I definitely recommend going on our housing website and looking at the tour of the dorms, but we don't require it. Some more facts about my campus. I'll only highlight a few here. So we are one of 6 of the CSUs who offer a speech pathology program. We also have a speech clinic on our campus, and we have the master's program. We also cost less than $7,000 a year for full-time students for tuition and fees. Our only impacted major, which I know some of my other colleagues from the CSU were saying that word impacted, our only impacted major is nursing. So the big takeaway for us is that when you guys apply to East Bay, as long as you meet minimum requirements, you guaranteed accepted into any of our programs because you're considered local admission area to us. We also have exciting scholarship opportunities and over 150 student clubs and orgs for you to get involved on our campus. Here's a full list of our majors. Our university is composed of 4 colleges. So we have the College of Business and Econ, which I highlighted earlier. I said that we had 9 majors in business alone. Going down to the College of Education and Allied Studies, that's where our kinesiology program is housed. So that's probably one of our most popular majors. College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences, that houses most, like the largest number of our majors. That's where you'll find things like communication, liberal studies, which is our teaching education program, and criminal justice. So those are some popular. We also have the Bachelor of Fine Arts under that college, and we have the new program that students are interested in about video and game design. So that's pretty cool. Our last college, which is College of Science, that houses our biological science department, which we have 5 majors in. So this is a full list. And then you guys can go to our website to look at this full list. And I'll share the link to go to our website. So what our minimum admission requirements are. Okay, for seniors, this is the huge takeaway today. If you guys are a senior, if you are on track for completing your A through G requirements, and then if you have a 2.5 or higher, you're going to get guaranteed admission into any of our majors. For juniors or sophomores and freshmen, you'll want to keep an eye out whether we're going to be announcing if we're going to be requiring the ACT or SAT for 2023. The good thing about the Cal State is that we're pretty standardized. So if my campus doesn't require it, usually San Jose State or San Francisco State shouldn't either. So stay tuned for that. But seniors right now, as long as you meet your A through Gs and graduate, if you have a 2.5 or higher, it's guaranteed admission into any of East Bay's majors for you guys. Transferring is a great pathway for you guys as well. So I just wanted to throw this up here. If you guys are considering Diablo Valley College, I go there on a weekly basis or right now virtually and meet with students about the transfer process. So that is an excellent pathway for you guys as well. Really quickly, I want you guys to maybe take a screenshot of this, but I will share some of these links with you. Our Welcome Center is available, csueastbay.edu/visit. There you can find pre-admission counseling, campus tours. We have a live chat feature. Some upcoming outreach events that we have. We have a virtual preview day on October 16th, which is a Saturday. So I will share this link with you guys so you get that information. And I'll also post my email in there as well. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Next up, we have UC Merced.
Hello, everyone. You can see my screen. So once again, my name is Timothy Ford, and I am the Northern California Admissions Advisor here at UC Merced. So UC Merced, we are the 10th and newest UC campus in the UC system, founded just a little over 16 years ago. Our campus is located in the heart of Central Valley, California, the center of everything, we like to say. We're about 2.5 hours from the Bay Area, about 2 hours from Sacramento, and about an hour and a half from our majestic neighbor to the east, Yosemite National Park. Our campus was born to, number one, increase access to UC eligible applicants who meet selection criteria, and to also bring forth economic growth to the Central Valley community. Our campus is quickly on the rise. We are experiencing remarkable growth, having just completed a 4-year expansion project known as the Merced 2020 project. So everything on the right that you see in this particular screen are buildings that were completed in the last 4 years. And we are quickly becoming the fastest growing UC campus in the history of the system. 99% of our students do come from California, so we are first and foremost committed to our California residents. And you'll see almost an even split across the board in terms of where in California our students are coming from. We also have the smallest population in terms of students, with a little over 9,000 students, providing that small, intimate feel that's very common amongst private institutions at the value of being a large public research institution. We also boast the highest number of first-generation students in the UC system, with over 73% of our first-year students and undergrads identifying as first-gen. Our students can enjoy a multitude of clubs and organizations, everything ranging from faith-based organizations to cultural-based organizations, special interest groups, Greek life. And if there's a club that's currently not on our campus, it's very easy to get one started. All it takes is a mission statement, 3 students, and you can kickstart a new organization for not just yourself and your peers to enjoy, but also future nations to enjoy. Our students do also enjoy over 700 events that occur annually. So almost every day you're going to find an activity taking place on our campus. Our most anticipated event of the year is our Calcella, I said it, Calcella Music Festival that occurs every spring. That is our version of Coachella. In terms of sports, we do compete at the NAIA level in 4 disciplines: basketball, cross country, soccer, and volleyball. And we are Division II in the CalPAC Conference in NAIA. We also offer a number of club sports, intramural sports, and outdoor adventures for students who don't want to play competitively, but do want to experience some form of activities in that sense. Our campus offers 25 superb undergraduate majors that are housed in three schools: our School of Engineering, School of Natural Sciences, and our School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts. None of our majors are impacted, which means we do not admit by major, but if you are accepted directly to our campus, you are admitted to the major that you indicate on your application. It's also very common for students the ability to double major if they choose to do so, as well as pursue a major or minor. We're the only UC campus to have ties with Yosemite National Park, and through our partnership, we have developed numerous partnership programs, including a 2-year co-curricular program that's open to all students, regardless of your major at UC Merced. And research is at the hallmark of the UC experience. So research being conducted in every area that you can think of, including stem cell research, artificial intelligence, COVID-19. And last year, we were so proud of the fact that we had a part in the Mars 2020 mission project, where our students and former alumni conducted critical tests that were utilized in this important endeavor. Our students are empowered to pursue support services beyond just their academic advisors. So we have a number of support services ranging from our Fiat Lux Scholars Program, which is our own version of EOP, to our Guardian Scholars Program, services for undocumented students, and then campus-wide resources ranging from counseling and psychological service to student health services, accessibility services, and so on. Shifting gears now, admissions and financial aid. Here's a quick profile of this fall 21 students that we admitted. This is the middle 50 percentile range, which means that we did admit students with slightly lower than a 3.4, as well as those above a 4.0. And our admit rate is 87%, which shows our commitment to, number one, providing access and equity to students, and also the fact that we are a growing campus and have the room and capacity to admit at higher rates. Like all the UC campuses, you must have a minimum GPA of a 3.0. if you're a California resident, excuse me, and you must complete your A through G courses. Major change for the UCs is that we are no longer accepting standardized tests for selection and reviewing of applications. So no SAT, no ACT. And also we are taking into account and allowing students the ability to present pass or no pass grades, credit, no credit, if they were earned during the COVID terms, starting last year, winter 2020, all the way through summer 21 of this year. All the UCs will conduct a comprehensive review, making sure that you understand that your review is not just based on your GPA and your A through G courses, but a number of other factors that are taken into account so that we can really get a sense of knowing who you are as an applicant. At UC Merced, it is affordable. You can afford a college education at UC Merced. 91% of our students do receive some form of financial assistance, with our average gift aid totaling around $18,186. So do not let the total budget of any institution ever be a deterrent factor of applying, because many times students will see the total cost and get scared. But we want you to know that there's a lot of financial aid available to you, and there's a lot of variables that can also come into play when reviewing you. Here's my contact information. We'd love for you to stay in contact with me, and I look forward to answering any questions that you may have later on this evening.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have UC Santa Barbara.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sebastian Franco. I am the admissions counselor for UCSB. I do represent your whole territory as well. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will give you my contact at the end. But otherwise, for the presentation today, so just a quick overview of UCSB. So we just actually got ranked #5 public university in the country. So that's actually part of that academic achievement that we're trying to go for. But at the same time, it's also because of the community that we tried to build, which I always like to relate to kind of a fun fact, which is we are the #3 happiest university in the state of California. I don't know exactly how they managed to rank that, but again, we do have that ranking, which is great to see that, probably because of our location and also the community that we build. But as Tim mentioned as well, within Merced and any other UC campus, we are research-based. So we do actually have 6 different Nobel laureates that came out of UCSB. 2 of them currently teach on campus. You will have that opportunity to do their research and hands-on experience. But as much as we care about academics, we really want to make sure you're doing well as well personally. So we do have a lot of different resources, whether it's academic or non-academic, there's going to be something in there for you. And again, we have all the way from the career services to the writing center, to the tutoring center, to the psychological health and wellness center as well. So again, a lot of different resources to support you through that process of coming to UCSB. Now, otherwise, within the 3 different colleges, just a quick overview. So the College of Letters and Science is the one with the most amount of majors, hence the most amount of students. This college is not competitive, not impacted, not selective. So as long as you're admitted to UCSB, you'll be placed into one of those majors automatically. Now, this college is also great for undeclared students. So if any of you are really not sure what you want to study, keep in mind that we do have the option in here. We actually have academic advisors that will help you find a major by latest the end of your sophomore year. So keep in mind that you have 2 years before you have to declare a specific major in this college. The second college is the College of Engineering. This is the smallest college of engineering out of the whole UC system. So there's a lot more opportunities to do that hands-on experience and research and collaborative work with your professors and classmates. But what's great about it is that you will have a 5-year or an option to do a 5-year bachelor's and a master's degree program. So you can do both at the same time. Now, the only thing about this college is that it is the only college at UCSB that is selective. So that means that we do have a limit of how many students can get into this college, but we have no additional requirements, just one recommendation, and that is to get into calculus, if not pre-calc. The third and last college is the College of Creative Studies. So this is going to be the smallest within UCSB, but it's all about creating something new, something that does not exist. So that might mean all the way from creating your own book and publishing that to finding the cure to cancer. Actually, all of the students in this college will have a one-on-one mentorship program with another faculty member from the day they start till the day graduates. So you will have those opportunities to really interact with others in that sense. Now, this college is not selective either, so we do not have a limit of how many students can get in here, but it does have a supplemental application. Now, keep in mind that that supplemental application does not come your way until after November 30th. So after that UC application is due. So just something to be aware of if you're applying to this specific college. Now, outside of that, we do have 8 different residence halls. Students are not required to live on campus, not even their first year. If you do want to see them, we know that with COVID, it might be a little bit more challenging, but we do have virtual tours of all of them. And just in case students are curious about it, we are actually on campus this year. So we're doing in-person classes, and students just moved in this last weekend. And actually yesterday was the last day that they moved in, and we're starting classes on Thursday. So we're going to be in person for that matter. Now, within organizations, we do have over 500 of them, or sorry, 600 of them, but they range all the way from academic ones to non-academic ones. So that includes all the way from Harry Potter Alliance to my personal favorite, which we don't have at the moment, but we used to have a Costco club. Not making this up. We used to have a Costco club. Their whole mission and purpose was to go to Costco for free samples. So as you can tell, college students come up with great ideas. So if you don't see it, just get it started. All it takes is just you, 3 other friends, and that's it. No extra fees whatsoever. Now, within sports, we are a Division I institution. Our most popular sport is by far soccer, but what's even better, every single home game for every sport for every student is free. So you need a student ID card, head inside, have fun. Of course, we have club sports, competitive, just not Division I yet. And lastly, intramurals. This is just for fun. I always say it's for fun, but there's always that one friend that just has to make it competitive for everybody else, right? You all know who that is. And then again, just to finish it off, if you do have any questions, I will be adding this email as well on the end. But as Tim mentioned, which actually for some reason did not have the slide, we, again, no UC campus will be using the SAT or SATs for this year for admissions or scholarship process. So again, we will not be using them at all. The other thing as well is that if you have any pass or credit grades, we will use those towards the A through G courses, just not the weighted GPA. So again, something to keep in mind. But with that, I'll wrap it up.
All right, thanks so much. And last but not least, we have Miami University.
There we go. My mute button had gone hiding on me. All right, cool. So yeah, I am Joseph. I am the regional counselor for Miami University. I represent all of California at the moment, as well as Oregon and Washington. So I actually live up in Seattle, but I travel to California quite often. So at Miami University, for those of you that haven't heard of us, we are based in Oxford, Ohio, not to be confused with University of Miami, obviously in Miami, Florida. And we're kind of your middle size public research university. So we've got about 17,000 undergraduate students on campus, give or take, each year. And where we're located in Oxford is kind of your quintessential college town. So you're going to have everything from your, plenty of coffee shops, breweries, libraries, museums, things like that. Everything you'd look for on a extended kind of college campus environment. As you'll kind of see throughout the trend of my presentation is that we are not just a college campus. So thankfully at Miami University, there's quite a bit you can do on campus as well as off campus, and the community is a huge factor at the school. So while academics are important, sports are pretty important at the school. You'll see with students, faculty, staff, everybody's really focused on the community of Miami. So you'll see quite a few traditions we have as well. I'll mention a few in our presentation, but if you ever visit campus, any of the tour guides are going to be able to point out probably a good 10 traditions just in the brief tour that you're going to see. And as I mentioned with community, a lot of students do particularly care about that. Our university is pretty old. We were founded back in the 1800s, and kind of the history of where the name came from, it has absolutely no relation to the city of Miami. And there is no place in Ohio called Miami, as far as I know. So our name actually reflects the history of the Miami tribe who inhabited the area before. The area was called the Miami Valley region in Ohio. So really big indigenous roots. We still have a really good relationship with the tribe. And it's kind of something, a trend you'll see on campus quite often. You'll see a lot of history. There's areas on campus that are reserved for, teaching students about the culture, about the history. And it's kind of hard to go anywhere without seeing the remnants of the indigenous culture there. A little bit more about the history. We were, if you had ever heard of, public Ivies or the book that was written back in the 80s about public Ivy colleges, essentially a pretty prominent author had gone around looking at all the public universities in the country, trying to find the closest universities that resembled a Ivy League education, Ivy League campus, community, etc., in a public university form. And thankfully, Miami University was one of the original 8 colleges. With that, obviously, academics is definitely going to be an important factor on campus. So with being, medium size, you're going to have all the opportunity of a big school, but also that kind of catered focus education of a smaller sometimes even maybe a private university. So we, for example, have our classes set at about 17 students to one faculty. Over 90% of our classes are taught by full-time tenured faculty. So not a lot of adjunct professors or GAs or anything like that teaching your classes. And with those small class sizes, obviously they're going to be able to know your name. You'll be able to ask questions. Every professor has office hours, things like that. Besides the classroom, there's quite a bit of opportunity you'll find through the campus that helps in your academic career. So study abroad is something that a lot of students will partake in. Close to 50% of students in the past few years, obviously in a not COVID time, have taken part in study abroad. Research is a really important factor we offer, and we actually have a program specifically for freshmen that want to pursue research and connect with their faculty, connect with research coordinators. After that, obviously internships, job placement, things like that. All those kind of things that help connect your education to your real career are pretty well offered at campus. And you'll see there at the bottom, US News World Report in 2021 had given us, I believe, consecutive third year, I could be wrong, but top 10 public university for undergraduate teaching nationwide. And obviously, you know, statistics are great, accolades, things like that. Fast facts are good to talk about, but ultimately you want to find a school that allows you to call it home, a school that you think is going to help you, you know, reach closer to your goals and your dreams. So at Miami, we've got over 100 degrees. We've got over 30 degree combined programs, kind of like a 3+1 or a 3+2 in some cases, for students to graduate with their bachelor's and their master's. And in a quick second, I'll show you kind of just a little quick tidbit of all of our majors that are offered. But I'm just going to run through our unique colleges. So College of Arts and Science, College of Education, Health and Society, College of Creative Arts, College of Engineering and Computing, a Department of Nursing, and finally the Farmer School of Business. So Farmer School of Business specifically, if anybody's interested in business management, marketing, business economics, etc. All the programs within our Farmer School of Business are pretty highly ranked. Business programs definitely are the most popular degrees for students at Miami, and I think you're definitely going to like what you see if you do decide to take a tour or maybe even connect with one of the business professors. Majors, the areas of study, basically we've got everything you could think of: zoology, like I said, business, we've got several language degrees, we've got creative arts, performing arts. One thing you'll see all the way on the right that I want to point out is that we do offer pre-professional programs. So while we don't have a dentistry bachelor's, we don't have a pre-law bachelor's degree, things like that. For students that might enroll in English or public administration, but plan on applying to law school, we do have a pre-professional preparation for law school. And with that, we actually have a 97% passing rate, or acceptance rate for students that apply into law school. Same thing for med school. If you want to go to med school, veterinarian school, things like that, we do have those pre-professional programs that come with unique advising and unique opportunities for you. Honors opportunities, so totally optional, but if students are applying on the Common App and they see there's some information about our honors programs, they can definitely feel free to check that they do want to apply for that. Within 24 hours, typically you'll get an email with instructions to submit the supplemental honors application. There's 3 different types of honors programs. So a Presidential Fellows program is going to be a full 4-year scholarship that comes with the entire cost of attendance. Incredibly competitive. Sometimes only 5 students will get awarded it, for example. Prodeste Scholars is going to be a 1-year program. Does have an annual scholarship you'll get each year. And then our Honors College, while it doesn't come with a scholarship per se, there is different residential options you have, and it's a full 4-year typical honors college experience. And where friends become family. Like I said, community is definitely an important factor. With that, obviously, we want students to be able to stay on campus if they don't maybe have a car, maybe they don't want to spend a lot of time off campus without feeling that they're going to get bored or get, you know, stuck in a small space or anything like that. So with that, we've got, you know, over 25 on-campus dining options. And that's not even to mention the Uptown area, which is kind of our little main street, which has, you know, all the coffee shops, restaurants, everything, pizza places that are open, you know, 24 hours, things like that. 3 of those dining options are actual Starbuckses. So definitely an awesome thing if you're living on campus. And then we've got over 30 living learning communities. With that, those are housed within our almost 50 residence halls. And residence halls range from the classic, you know, freshman dorm to full apartment living. When you are on campus, definitely it's going to be hard to get bored. So we've got almost 800 clubs, honor societies, Greek life, intramural sports, things of that regard. We are Division I in the Mid-American conference, excuse me. So if students are, considering playing competitively or maybe want to look into that, I will say most of our sports are going to be kind of middle of the pack. Nothing is going to be too competitive. However, our hockey is definitely something we pride ourselves in, as well as our figure skating is pretty prominent as well. With that, we still have club sports if you want kind of the middle, competitive, but not, as strict as playing D1 sports. And then at the lower level, we have intramural sports if you're just looking to have a little bit of organized fun. In Oxford, Ohio, I've been kind of talking about it as we go, but again, everything's within walking distance. You're absolutely not going to get bored. If students do have a car, which is totally okay, there's more than enough to do in kind of a 2-hour radius of the campus. We're within 2 hours of Indianapolis, Cincinnati, pretty close to Cleveland, Columbus. So again, there's going to be quite a bit to do. A job magnet. So like I said, statistics are great. Being able to name off some fast facts about our school of business and whatnot is great. But ultimately it comes down to, will it help you get a job? So thankfully we've got close to an 85% 4-year graduation rate, which means, while we love having you on campus, we want you to get you out in the time that you're hoping to. And then obviously being able to match with a job with an employer and pursue the career that you're hoping to build. With that, we do have almost 7,000 organizations that either interviewed or attended job fair or posted jobs through the university. And that was just in 1 year, 2019 to 2020. So our Center for Career Exploration and Success definitely has a pretty big role in students, even from their first day as a freshman. Just some more information. Oh, yep.
Joseph, I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Went a little over.
So we do have to move on with the session. I'm so
No
sorry
worries at
about
all.
that.
No, it's okay.
Feel free to share your contact information with our attendees. They can get in contact with you for more information, but we do have to move on with our session as we are wrapping up for the evening.
Not a problem
so
at all.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Thanks for letting me know. I get caught up in it. I'm going to go ahead and post my contact information. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to shoot me an email.
All right. So thank you so much for everybody this evening coming out to join us. I just wanted to thank everybody with the last couple reminders. So I just want to kind of screen share here. All right. So for our attendees and our students, thank you so much for attending tonight. I just want to thank you again to our reps for taking the time this evening to share information and knowledge about your institution and speak with our students and our families who attended and taking the time out of your busy recruiting cycles to share that information this evening. So for our attendees, after you close out the window, there will be a quick survey, just 5 questions that will appear on the screen. We just want to hear some feedback about how we did this evening. Also, there are other sessions happening after this one, so feel free to sign up for others to hear about other awesome colleges and institutions and hear what they have to offer as well. Also, this session was recorded, so this will be available at strivescan.com/MDUSD. Again, I would just like to thank our reps this evening for taking the time, and also our students and our families for coming out and hearing what we have to offer. Thank you everybody for joining, and I hope everybody has the best of luck on their recruitment cycles and also your college search process. Thank you, everyone.